What's going on, my JMO family? This is your boy Big C back at you once again with another hot video. Like I always say, I can't stop, won't stop. I told you I was coming to you with just not one, but two videos today. So I was hitting you with that back-to-back like Drake. So I told you I was going to shoot another video today. Today we got another hot college football game. This one is going to be Georgia against Oklahoma. Once again, the video is coming from the Undisputed family with Skip and Shannon. They're going to give their picks. Then your boy will give his opinion and tell you who he's picking in this game. Yes, I will be telling you who I'm going to pick. And go with my pick because I'm always a winner. So let's get right into it. And let's not take too much longer. Let's see what they have to say. Let's get it.
I just want to make sure. I thought I was watching Willis Reed. Now, because Oklahoma was at the press conference, they're talking about Baker. He's a little under the weather. You're going to have to ask Coach Riley, blah, blah, blah. And out comes Baker Mayfield.
Well, he was watching on TV back in his room. He said, you know what, I'm tired of this. I don't want my teammates to have to answer for me. So here he came.
You didn't have a problem the other day when they were answering questions for you. And now all of a sudden, Joe, I guess he took some Theraflu and he came out there and he was like, oh, I'm here. I'm my teammate.
Did you hear his voice? Can you fake that? Can you fake being that hoarse? Huh?
Did you see
I do gotta agree with Shannon.
Did you see them tears at the press conference?
I agree and I disagree. I don't think Baker Mayfield is not sick, but I don't think he's as sick as they trying to put it out there. I think he might have a little cold. He might not have the flu, but just a little cold. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference there. I don't think he's that sick.
And then if he plays well, what are they going to say? Oh, my goodness. That was the greatest performance since Michael Jordan's flu game against Utah Jazz. I know what is going on. Skip, you've covered this game long enough. It's not good enough to predict scores. Sports is about narratives. It's about storylines. You know this, Skip Bayless.
Did you hear what Chris Fowler said, what Kirk Herbstreit said after they talked to Baker Mayfield 2 days before that press conference, which was on Saturday? They said if the game had been today, 2 days before, there's no way he would play. You're the one who's always sniffing on this show.
Joy.
You're always sniffing.
Oh, man.
I guess you are.
I don't know what's going on. My doctor told me there's some kind
Hey,
of bug
man.
going on.
Shannon's funny as all get out, bro. He funny.
They need to stop it.
Well, go
you
ahead.
need to stop it too, Skip
He's
Bayless.
sick,
You know,
they have no chance, so go ahead. Tell me what's going to happen.
First of all, Skip, listen, I don't know. The closest thing they've seen to what Georgia possessed is Ohio State. And they did a number on Ohio State. No question about it. Baker Mayfield had a career day at Ohio State. And we know they're littered with NFL prospects on that defense at Ohio State. But so is Georgia. They can run. They rally to the football. I love Mel Tucker, who was a former defensive coordinator in this league. He was interim head coach at Buffalo for a period of time.
He was.
And Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
You know, anybody that, you know, the SEC about to have 4 guys that was on Nick Saban's staff at one point or another coaching in the SEC. That lets you know. That old tree bears fruit. You want to win, you better go get somebody from Coach Saban's staff.
If they want to run so they don't get torched again in the championship.
Skip Bayless. It's going to be a very, very interesting game here. Big 12 deep. Big 12 doesn't play defense, Skip. We know that. Let's not pretend that, oh, they play defense. They do not play defense in that conference. It's all about
Oklahoma got a nice little defense,
Georgia
though.
Will try to run the
They
football.
got a nice little defense. It ain't no SEC defense, but it's a nice one.
They got 3. They go 3 deep at the running back position. They can run with power. They can run with speed. They have a true they do have a true freshman at quarterback.
They do.
And what they try to do is take as much pressure off of his shoulders. I don't believe the Georgia Bulldogs are equipped.
Nick Chubb, how long has he been in college?
Keep this game.
Because I swear he should be a professor. He been there forever. I think he was born in the University of Georgia. Right there in there, a dome. He was born.
They got Buckets Award winner at the middle linebacker. I'm going to take Georgia in an upset. In a very close
Upset their favor.
No.
What are you talking about upset? Now you're trying to build in an excuse.
Nope, upset.
Oh, I picked the upset. They're the favorite. I'm not going to let you get away with that.
Y'all got the
upset.
You guys have.
My guy's sick. You just said it.
Y'all got the Heisman Trophy winner, Skip. Georgia has a true freshman. I'm going to take Georgia in a close ball game, winning it at the end, 31-30 over the Sooners, and it will be an SEC champion.
All SEC championship.
In Georgia, that's how it's supposed to be.
So, before I begin, I will disqualify myself because I was sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I will be sooner dead. That's right out of the fight song. But I was born into it. I can't help it. It's in my blood. So you can disqualify everything I say from this point forward. But to your first point, I have great respect for Kirby Smart and his coaching staff. I have way more respect for Kirby Smart than I had for Mark Richt, who year after year after year had just about the most NFL talent in the country. Loaded. Every time I look up on Sunday afternoon, I always look up, who's that guy? And I look up where he's from. He's from Georgia, too. They're all from Georgia.
Geno Atkins,
What?
Justin Houston.
They're everywhere. I mean, Todd Gurley,
Yes.
for that matter. They're everywhere,
AJ
and
Green.
they have nothing to show for it.
Georgia got some
Until
NFL
now,
players, baby.
Kirby Smart's legit. He has instilled a backbone and a physicality and a mental toughness in that team I have not seen under Mark Richt. So I'm going to give you that. But I'm also going to remind you that my Oklahoma defense had to hear all week long about how much more physical Georgia was, that Georgia is going to bully them and dominate them and control the clock and control the ball and play keep away and keep Baker Mayfield and company on the sidelines by shortening the game.
Yep.
And my defense is going to rise and shine today because what it does best is stop the run. And what Georgia really does is run the football with those two. Okay, and you said it, and that's what they do.
Yeah,
two
Georgia got two banging running backs. Like I said, Nick Chubb, the professor,
true freshman,
and then the true freshman, like they just said.
Just about as experienced a college quarterback as you will ever see in Baker Mayfield. Huh?
That takes some away from me. Sick, though, right?
Baker Mayfield will be about 100% by this afternoon right here in Los Angeles area in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl. So I don't need an excuse. I just need Baker Mayfield, who is simply the most competitive college quarterback I've seen since Tim Tebow. And yet, there's one huge difference between Baker Mayfield and Tim Tebow. Baker Mayfield is the most deadly accurate thrower in college football. Baker Mayfield led college football, not this year, but the last 2 years in QBR. He is the classic lethal combination of riverboat gambler who does not make big mistakes. Wow, that's a scary combination. And by the way, as I told you, speaking of sick, this offense is sick, as in virtually unstoppable, and it has been all year. And you can have your two backs. I'll take my three backs because starting with Rodney Anderson, I don't know if you've checked him out. He's starting to look like Todd Gurley to me. He is an explosive runner who can catch it and run with it. And I'll throw in Trey Sermon. And
they running backs,
going down
legit,
the list because that
legit running backs in Georgia
is the best in the country. And you have two wideouts in Hollywood Brown and CeeDee Lamb who can flat out fly. And throw in a little Jeff Badette. All of a sudden, it's hard to cover him because in the middle of the field is a guy who, Mark Andrews, who is, this may be a little bit of an exaggeration, but he is at least the college Gronk. He is the equivalent of Gronkowski in college football. And when in doubt, Baker Mayfield just throws it to him. And check out Dimitri Flowers today because all he does is catch touchdowns like Chris Carter. And he's a hybrid tight end.
Like Chris Carter.
Weapons everywhere. And the maestro is Lincoln Riley, who I don't know a better play caller than Lincoln Riley.
You ran Bob Stoops out of town.
Okay, I did. And I love Lincoln Riley. I did not love that home loss, but again, they put up
Lincoln Riley as a coach.
yards, and they didn't take Iowa State seriously enough, and Iowa State went on to beat TCU and then won its bowl game against Memphis. So they're a legitimate threat who went in and pulled off the upset of the year, I thought, in college football to win 38-31 at Oklahoma. But it wasn't the offense's fault that day, and Baker Mayfield had a big day, threw for over 300, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he flat out torched Ohio State in its horseshoe, and Urban Meyer said after that game, in all my career, I've never had a quarterback play a better game against me, especially at home, than that kid.
Yeah, Ohio State was handcuffed.
All right.
Yeah. JT.
Let's stop it there. Because we see who they picking. And now it's time for your boy to say his opinion. Man, I ain't gonna lie. This is my first time watching the Undisputed video. I did not watch it. So I'm going straight off the top of the dome like a freestyler. Who do I have tonight? This game is hard. This game is hard for me to pick. Because I like both teams. I like them SEC teams every team in the SEC because I just feel like they NFL ready teams. A bunch of them are. But I gotta say, Baker Mayfield is a beast at quarterback. He's legit. Man, this is hard. I don't be truthful. Like I said, this is my first time watching the video, so I'm going off the top of the dome. Y'all, I'm doing my picks right here with you guys. Man, defense against offense. Man, I'm having a hard time picking because you got SEC defense, who the SEC is good for their defense, but you do got Baker Mayfield, and I love Baker Mayfield. I think he a beast. He has that go get it, I'm going to tear your head off in front of your mother type of personality when he out there on that field. He gangster out there on that field. He like John Lucas, American Gangster. He gangster out there on that field. So I'm going to go Georgia. I'm going to go SEC. Defense wins championships. I'm going to go Georgia. Now, don't get me wrong. I am hesitant. And I'm picking Georgia by slim. And the reason I'm going to say Georgia because of the defense. Defense win championships. Defense win games. Defense. And if Georgia can control the clock. They got two beasts of a running back. Nick Chubb, like I said, the professor, been there all his life at Georgia. And then you got the true freshman behind him. I'm gonna go Georgia. I think SEC can pull it off. Like Shannon said, the Big 12 is known for scoring points. They don't really have defense. Can they stop Georgia? Can they stop their running attack? That's what it's gonna come down to. I like Baker Mayfield. If I lose this pick, I'm not gonna cry about it because I like Oklahoma too. Oklahoma can put some points up. They showed it against Ohio State, but Georgia has the blueprint now. That game against Ohio State, nobody really had the blueprint. That was an early in the year game. Nobody had the blueprint. Georgia has the blueprint, and they had time to go back. And you have Kirby Smart, who's one of the best defensive coordinators in college football. So he has time to go back, look at the film from the Ohio State game, and see what Oklahoma did against a good defense, which I got to give Ohio State too. They got NFL players. They got a good defense out there in that Big Ten. But you give one of the best defensive coordinators in college football time too. Now, is he good as Nick Saban? No. But you give him time to figure out some stuff, to stop Baker Mayfield. And I do believe they are throwing that Baker Mayfield sick out there. So if he had the bad game, everybody will take it easy on him. He was sick, and that's why he threw 3 interceptions. Or he wasn't the same Baker. Or he wasn't that rah, kill him Baker. Stop. All right? It's time. It's championship time, baby. You win or you go home. It's time to pull out the big dogs. I don't care how sick you are. Jordan did it in the flu game. Baker, it's time for you to show up. But I'm gonna go Georgia. I'm gonna pick the Bulldog. I'm gonna pick them Bulldogs to win this game. Like I said, I think if they can control the clock and their defense comes, they can play. Even though they got a true freshman at quarterback, or they got a freshman at quarterback in Georgia, I feel like their defense can win it, and I feel like their running game can control the clock. So I'm going Georgia. But my JMO family, once again, it's your time to shine. Leave those comments in down at the bottom. Let me know who you got. Let me know who you got in both games. The Alabama-Clemson game, the Georgia-Oklahoma game. Let me know who you got. That's the question of the day. Who you got? Let me know who you got. So I can clown you in my next video and tell you, ha, you lost. My picks was right. But let me know, my JMO family. Thanks for the love, the support. Keep hitting the thumbs up, thumb down on the video. Keep commenting. Commenting is the most important thing to me because I want to know what you guys feel, how you feel about my videos. So keep commenting, let me know. And also keep subscribing to your boy. Keep giving me those subscribes. I appreciate it. Let people know. But once again, my JMO family, love you. Thanks for the support, and your boy's out.